Do you have ginger and toothpaste at home? If so, have you ever tried applying toothpaste onto a piece of ginger? Sounds strange, doesn't it? But this is actually a household tip that's been passed around by many people because of its surprisingly powerful results. Some even say, money can't buy this kind of effectiveness. We all know ginger. Every home has some. And toothpaste? That's just everyday stuff. But when you combine them, they create a magical mixture that works wonders in your lovely kitchen. So what exactly does it do, and how do you make it? Today, I'm going to show you the full details in this video. Be sure to watch all the way to the end so you don't miss a thing. Let's get started right away. First, pick an old, firm piece of ginger with a strong aroma. Rinse it thoroughly under running water to remove any dirt or sand. Then use a knife to slice the ginger into thin pieces. Next, cut those slices into fine strips, then mince them. If you have a blender, you can use it to speed things up. The finer, the better. Now it's time to extract the juice. Put the minced ginger into a clean cloth or filter bag and squeeze hard by hand to get the pure ginger juice. You'll collect a brownish-yellow liquid with a sharp, distinct ginger smell. This is your powerful, all-natural, antibacterial ingredient. Don't throw away the ginger pulp. You can reuse it to eliminate odors in the fridge very effectively. Get a small spray bottle and pour in the concentrated ginger juice until the bottle is about 2/3 full. Next, squeeze in about 1.2 to 1.6 inches of toothpaste. It's best to use plain white toothpaste with a minty scent, or one that contains baking soda to boost the cleaning power. Tightly close the cap and shake the bottle vigorously for 1 to 2 minutes so the toothpaste fully blends with the ginger juice. When you see the mixture turning into a light, even white foam, that means it's ready to use as a cleaning solution. This is your homemade, all-natural, chemical-free cleaning spray, but the results might surprise you. It'll become your handy assistant to tackle every nook and cranny in your home, made from just one little bottle you mixed up yourself. Let's start with the kitchen area. Anyone who cooks regularly has likely struggled with those stubborn grease stains that splatter onto the stove and walls, stick on, dry hard, and are very difficult to clean. No matter how much dish soap or scrubbing you use, the stains often leave a dull film, making the kitchen lose its shiny, clean look. But with the ginger toothpaste solution we just made, this problem becomes easier than ever. You just need to spray the solution directly onto the greasy areas, especially the stovetop, the backsplash behind the stove, or any corners that have collected dirt over time. Then leave it on for about 5 minutes to let the mixture work its magic. When the waiting time is up, wipe the stain with a soft cloth, then wipe it again with a dry cloth. You will see the grease layer peel off easily, without having to scrub hard. The reason why the ginger and toothpaste solution works so effectively is thanks to the scientific combination of two ingredients that might seem unrelated. Fresh ginger contains a large amount of volatile essential oils, with gingerol being the most prominent, a compound that helps soften and break down layers of grease and stubborn dirt. When the ginger is crushed and its juice is extracted, the essential oils work to their full potential, seeping into dirty surfaces and loosening long-set grease. Toothpaste, aside from cleaning teeth, also contains mildly alkaline ingredients like baking soda or silica. These help disinfect, kill bacteria, and remove buildup effectively. When mixed with ginger juice, the blend becomes a natural cleaner that's extremely safe to use. After wiping, the surface becomes shiny and clean, with no dull stains or greasy residue left behind. This method doesn't require any harsh chemical cleaners and won't corrode your hands or damage metal surfaces, making it a perfect solution for anyone who values safe, gentle, and effective ways to clean the kitchen every day. Continuing with the pots that are stained with grease from cooking or from being left unused for a long time. Pots that are used frequently for cooking or have been stored for a long time often accumulate a thick layer of grease or burnt residue stuck tightly to the bottom. even using dish soap or scrubbing vigorously can't completely clean them. But with the homemade ginger toothpaste solution, cleaning becomes much easier. For large-bottomed pots like these, you should prepare a slightly larger amount of solution. In this case, I mix it directly in a basin, using the same mixing method as before. Then pour a sufficient amount of the solution into each pot and over the greasy bottom area. After that, let it soak for about 5 to 10 minutes, so the active ingredients in the solution have time to penetrate, soften, and break down the bonds of the burnt grease that's stuck on. After soaking, use a scrubbing pad or a soft brush to gently scrub around the pan, especially the bottom of the pot. You'll see that the layer of grease and long-standing burnt residue starts to come off easily, without needing too much force. Next, rinse thoroughly with plain water. If you want it to be absolutely clean, you can wipe it one last time with a paper towel or dry cloth to check if there's any residue left. The result will surprise you. The bottom of the pot becomes shiny again, with no more black residue or stubborn burn marks. More importantly, this method doesn't involve any industrial cleaning agents, making it both safe for your health and protective of the pot's surface. No corrosion or scratching over time. Or simply, take the kitchen sink area, which we use every single day, so it easily accumulates grease, food residue, and grime around the sink walls, especially after meals with lots of fried or stir-fried dishes. Don't rush to use harsh chemicals. Just the homemade ginger and toothpaste solution is more than enough. You should also spray the solution evenly over the dirty areas around the sink, especially where there are grease stains or stubborn residue along the rim. Wait about 1 to 2 minutes. Then, use a dish sponge to gently scrub in circular motions. Finally, just take a clean, dry cloth to wipe it down or rinse it with water. The sink will turn shiny, fresh, and clean without any trace of grease, without causing any harm to your hands or to the stainless steel surface as industrial cleaners often do. Additionally, you can even use this solution to deodorize the drain pipe by pouring a small amount of the mixture into the kitchen sink drain, leaving it for 10 minutes, then flushing it with water. It helps eliminate greasy odors very effectively. Go ahead and give it a try. Has there ever been another area in your home that you paid attention to? It's the faucet in the bathroom area. After a period of use, it often becomes covered with mineral deposits, cloudy white streaks, and even unsightly patches of rust. If not cleaned regularly, these stains will become thicker over time, making the faucet look dull and unattractive, and leaving you with an unpleasant feeling of uncleanliness every time you use it. The solution is very simple. Just use the ginger and toothpaste solution we prepared earlier. Simply spray a thin layer of the solution all over the surface of the faucet, especially in areas with water stains or rust. Let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes to allow the mixture to penetrate and soften the mineral deposits. Then, all you need to do is use a paper towel or a soft cloth to gently wipe, and you'll immediately see the difference. The surface of the faucet becomes shiny again, with the cloudy watermarks and rust stains almost completely disappearing. What's especially great is that this solution doesn't corrode metal, doesn't scratch surfaces like strong chemical cleaners, and has a light, pleasant ginger scent, making it very reassuring to use. Since it doesn't contain harsh chemicals, doesn't harm your skin, and doesn't damage metal surfaces, so with just ginger and toothpaste, 2 things you already have in your kitchen, we've got ourselves a natural cleaning solution that's completely chemical-free, safe for your hands, and friendly for every household. From greasy stains on the stove and rusty buildup on faucets, to burnt oil residue on the bottom of pots and the sink area, everything becomes shiny clean in just a few minutes. Have you ever tried this method? Share your experience with Tracy. And if you found today's video helpful, don't forget to hit like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on the next useful tips.